want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles, the great millstone, who rule well, who taught us this 100% truth through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the elders, to the brothers, to the sisters, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, amongst this 100% fold. May the Lord continue to add peace upon you. This is Emmanuel coming at you again. It's a beautiful day out here. Another day to give thanks to the Lord. Like I always say, we watch the news, we see the prophecies fulfilling, and we see what's going on. And knowing that we knowing what's going on, you know, we're not going to compromise this truth, okay? We're not going to compromise this truth under any circumstances, all right? What the Lord has instilled in us, being part of the hope for the elect, that's a hand-picked thing, okay? And we're going to run with this, okay? We're going to run to the end. We're going to endure to the end. Because one thing we're not going to do, we're not going to compromise this truth, all right? We're going to start off in the, we're going to go to the Apocrypha. And we're going to start off in the first Maccabees chapter 1. And we're going to start at verse 7. But hear me out before we get on that. So those who chiming in who don't know what the Apocrypha is, because I don't want to just keep reading and then you saying, well, where that book at in the Bible? Okay, well, I'm going to explain it to you real quick. These books are sitting in the middle of the Old Testament and the New Testament, okay? And these books was during the Greek captivity. When we was in school, we learned about the Hellenistic period, the Dark Ages, the Renaissance period. Well, this was the time period of the Hellenistic period, okay? When the Greeks ruled and we was in their captivity, okay? Now, within this book, though, because see, this is another conversation. This is the same conversation dealing with compromising, because we're going to get into this, because it's happening today, okay? Because the pastors that are in these churches out here, and we talking about the so-called black pastors, they agreed with Esau to remove these books out of the Bible and say they're not canon, saying they're not valid. When in actuality they are valid, because the prophets are in the Apocrypha as well. Okay, the Lord didn't skip over generations of prophets. Okay, he didn't stop for us to start writing until this last period right here. Okay, because this last period we was going to be able to unfold all the mysteries of the Bible, the whole Bible, which includes the Apocrypha. Now hear me out. Within this book, they removed it for one reason would be because it already prophesied that this is when it was going to Jesus was going to come into the picture. The name Jesus, the image of Jesus Christ was going to come to play, and you will find that in the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and either 14 or 15, and it showed where the spiritual fornication come, and they was going to make this devil a god, which we see now his name when you Google it. You know, Caesar Borgia, okay? So they was going to make this devil to be Yahweh Shai, because they was coming back in rulership, okay, during that time period, okay? Now, that's what I'm saying. These books were in the Greek captivity, but when the so-called white man coming back into rulership, which in the 1500s, okay? Now they're setting up a new thing, and they knew that these books, you know what I'm saying? We was later on down the line, they was going to remove it, that it was prophesying that they was going to change the image of Yahweh Shai, like it already prophesies in the book of Job as well, that they was going to change the image of our Lord and Savior and all the prophets and the angels to their likeness. Okay? Now, it also shows that when we was in this Greek captivity, that we were not going to be able to call ourselves Jews or Israelites, like it's seeming to come about right now again. Okay, you will read that later on. I think it's chapter 6 in first, second Maccabees. But we're only going to read the first chapter of certain scriptures out of the first chapter. But my point is, in that time period, we weren't able to call ourselves Israelites or Jews. And if you did, you would get caught. When we got caught, you would die. You would get tortured or they'll kill you. Okay? So this is where the stumbling block comes in. Where it says in the New Testament, we're dealing with Roman, and in the book of Romans, where Paul saying neither Greek nor Jew. Well, he's speaking about the Israelites that even came out of the Greek captivity that was still calling themselves Greeks. You understand? You and understand it better like this when you read the book of Romans, when Paul speaks. I don't know if that's chapter 9, 10, or 11 or 12, but it's either those three where he says, "I am a Benjamite," but he's a Roman citizen. So just like how we are American, they say we are American citizens right now, but really our real nationality is Israelites. We're Hebrew Israelites. Okay, well that's where the stumbling block come in at. And this is another reason they moved it too. So now when Christianity will play full fold, you know what I'm saying? Now they can say, oh, Jesus came for everybody. The Lord Savior came for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So they removed that so we wouldn't know that we was in this Greek captivity, and that within this Greek captivity we weren't able to call ourselves Jews or Israelites, or we'll get killed. So you know how Jake go, they'll go on with tradition, or they'll go on with that the same way they're going along with it now in the Christian churches. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to call themselves Israelites. They'd rather call themselves African Americans, which they know that they're not. You understand? That's the stubbornness and rebellion. But I done ran a little bit. Let's keep reading. It's plenty of videos that the elders and apostles and the big brothers and the brothers them put out. You just chime into their channels and they'll break the whole book of the Apocrypha down and how it fits in with the regular Bible. Okay? Let's get into these scriptures because I done spoke about, Lord forgive me, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. All right, now let's go to first book of Maccabees. Let's start at chapter 1 and start at verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Now we know who Alexander was, King the great Alexander the Great, they call him. You know what I'm saying? We learned about that in school. He was a devil too, but listen. And his servants bear rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth. You see that? Real quick before we go further. When Alexander the Great passed away, transitioned on over, his servants, who's all up under him, what they did, which, because you know he conquered the whole landmass. I guess they went out and did tributes in each land and got their own piece of land to rule over, but they put crowns on all of their heads. Where you know, when Esau does that, you already know what time it is. So now Esau scattered through all the lands, even all of the so-called dark lands. You see where I'm going at with this? Now watch this though. Let's read this again. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. So it was a generational thing where when the father passed off, the son is next in line. You see that? Now watch this. And evils were multiplied in the earth. Okay? That means when Esau came on scene for real to be in rulership or whatever, all kind of idolatry, paganism, witchcraft, any form of wickedness, because they are the border of wickedness, any form of wickedness, this is what this devil increased upon this earth. Evil was already here, okay? You know, back in the book of Job, because remember, Job come before the Apocrypha, the earth is given over to the hand of the wicked, and of course we know it's prophecy for the later time, but which would be when the Greek ruled, when we was in captivity with the Greek, okay? Evils was multiplied inside of the earth, and it's still multiplying as of today. It kept right on. Now let's go and get to the point. And there came out of them wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, the son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. So when you read further out of this chapter, you'll see how wicked did this wicked devil is that was now ruling over the Greeks. Okay? Now this is what happened when he started to rule, although Jake was still wicked before then too. But let's get to the point. Verse 11. In those days, when there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen, that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so froward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. Verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were sold to do mischief. You see that? Let's go back to verse 11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. See, that's compromising. Okay? That's compromising. Because in each generation that the Lord has placed us here on earth, the Israelites, he kept a remnant. He kept a remnant of the hope for the elect. Okay? And it doesn't matter. Each generation learned of who Yahweh was. Just like this generation is learning now and getting the full embellish of it now, it was like that back then too. So it's no excuse for these Israelites, these brothers back then, which are us now, but we're not speaking of the hopeful men. We're talking about us regenerating back because we was back then too. So it was no excuse for these niggas to go ahead and join hands with this devil like that. And understand this too. In order for you to grab a mass group of people, right, and make them go along, agree with you to do this, right, you had to be a leader. You had to be some form of an authority figure amongst your nation. You see that? So therefore, the same way, the same way it is, right, it was with Malcolm and Martin. Okay? Malcolm stirred our people wrong dealing with Islam. All right? Yeah, he spoke a lot of things that was true. You understand? But at the end of the day, he didn't speak the main thing that was true. He didn't try his best to come out of that sooner, right? And help bring the lost sheep back to the house of Israel the proper way. And letting us know that we the real Jews and we the real Israelites. You probably said it once or twice in your speech, but you was living at Islam, living the life of Islam. You see? And these niggas today still screaming up black power, black power. We not black. We not black. That's a crayon color. See? That's another form of witchcraft of joining hands. Agreeing on names that are not you. You see? Just like it was with Martin Luther King. Probably got another name, but we're going to go with Martin Luther King. Okay? He the biggest wicked nigga of them all too. Okay? He led our people more to Christianity because he was a so-called minister teaching Christianity doctrine. So he had been sold himself out. And everybody that was in that congregation, everybody that marched with him, they were wicked too. You can say you didn't know no better, but we don't believe that because let me tell you why. Let me tell you me personally how I know that when we say that, well, we didn't back then. You know, we grew up in Baptist and AME and Methodist and all of this stuff. Okay, we grew up like that. Okay, that's fine. But watch this though. This how I know that although the technology of it being spreaded the way it's supposed to be spreaded, of being the truth right now, that we are the real Jews and Israelites, okay, that's understandable to a certain degree of it being 2024 now, okay, versus 1930, 1950, and 1960, okay, early 60, okay? But watch this, though. My old boy was born in 1938, okay? He's still living, and he told me that his daddy, which is my grandfather, told him that we the real Jews. So if my daddy born 38, I'm gonna count off 20. So that means my granddaddy was born, what, 1918, 1917. Somewhere in that group. So how my granddaddy knew that, and then he passed it on to my daddy, you know, and now, you know what I'm saying, my daddy passed it on to us, but he did it in a slick way, but we ain't gonna get on that conversation because he don't teach the truth. He's still with Christianity. You understand? I love my old boy, you know what I'm saying? I love my pops. We conversate. We conversate, but he knows the fine line. He knows which one of his kids are not going to go along with that witchcraft he still got in his mindset and try to still deliver across the phone calls and stuff. He knows who to play with. You understand? But my point is, when they say that, my old boy they knew back then that they were the real Jews. So you're not going to tell me that back in the 1930s and 40s and 50s that you didn't come across somebody that told you was a real Jew. You was an Israelite. You didn't want to accept that because America didn't accept that. And that's the root captivity that we in right now. So whatever captivity we in right now, that's most likely what we're going to have to follow. Whatever religion, whatever shit they got going on, that's what we're going to have to follow. Except the remnant. Let's read this over. And in those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had such sorrow. Because you don't have no faith in Yahushua. You want to do what you want to do. You don't want to depend on the Lord. You want to depend on any other nationality of people that's so-called ruling you. Because you actually don't believe in the Lord. No matter what we grew up on, is showing you that he's going to deliver us. He's going to help us. He's going to show these other nations that we're his people. And that showed it from day one since we was in the land of Egypt. And still showing it today. But yet, you wicked niggas out of Israel, you want to continue to go along with that devil and his false doctrine and what he believe on, because you feel as though if you can't beat him, you might as well join him. You got that mentality. And that's a wicked mentality. That's why the Lord called you wicked men out of Israel. Okay? So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so froward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Okay? Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen. So y'all even took it to another level. Y'all took it to another level. You already know that the land of Israel and Jerusalem happen to be the capital, is the Lord's holy land. Okay? Well, he sent us there to get out everybody out that land for us to occupy it. You see? What you niggas, what you wicked Israelites, you compromising wicked niggas, what you did, you so wicked and evil. You started setting up in your cities, especially Jerusalem, in your synagogues, round about, customs of the heathen. That means you put up heathen things. Jeremiah already said, don't follow the ways of the heathen, and broke down that that's the Christmas tree. And that was in what? The Babylonian captivity. You're not in the Babylonian captivity now. You're in the Greek captivity. I'm speaking of what the topic we on right now. You're in the Greek captivity. So what you did again, you probably put up Christmas trees. All that Babylonian stuff. Then you know the Greeks had their own little so-called gods. So you put their things, their statues up. You taught their doctrines to your own people instead of the word of the truth of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, which your fathers and your forefathers been giving you and passed down for generation to generation. That's what you did. You took it to a whole nother level. That's why you same 2/3 niggas, the Lord gonna kill you, because you compromised. You shaking that hand with that devil. You want to go along with him. You like his ideas. You like his customs. You like the way they do things. You understand? See. The Lord ain't dealing with people like that. That's why he had to specify from the beginning of time when he made these spirits. That's why he had to go ahead on and handpick who he gonna deliver okay, in the end time. Because he already knew if he didn't do that, probably all of us would have went astray. Every last one of us. That's why we give praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh Barakatah Yahweh Shai, all the time, all throughout the day. It don't matter what it is. And don't let us come across the numbers and say 144. Somewhere in it, automatically we praising him. Because he gave us the spirit from way back to be that same remnant through all the generations. You know, of course we fell short sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, even in this lifetime, we ate pork before we came to this truth. We ate crab, lobster, and shrimp. Okay? We was out here being a whoremonger. We was out here selling our people poison stuff. And those that weren't even affiliated with that, it don't make a difference. You was in that Christian church. You celebrated Christmas. You celebrated them holidays. So we all went astray. You know? But with that spirit, Rakakadas, you know, with that Holy Spirit that he placed from the beginning and put in us, the remnant, like right now, we don't fold. Just like how it was with Daniel. Daniel wasn't going to eat that. And him, and Meshach and Rack and the Pentagon wasn't going to do it either. You know? So this is a generational blessing that he gave those of the hope for the elect. That we was going to come back to our original state of mind. Of being a Hebrew Israelite and doing the word. You can know you an Israelite. But if you don't do the word, nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. I'm going to tell you off the gate, you ain't shit. If you know you're a Hebrew Israelite, if you're not coming out this Bible, you're not teaching this Bible the way you're supposed to teach it, and coming out here doing what you're supposed to do as a man, nobody gonna got to pull your string to come out here and teach what thus saith the Lord when you've been given this truth. That's compromising with yourself. And that's self-destruction. But hey, maybe the Lord ain't meant for you to do that. But we know what we're not going to do is compromise those that have been given that light. Those that have been given the truth of this light. We not going to compromise this truth. You see that? We're not tucking our tail in. We're not bending over. Let's keep reading. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So, you know good and well, the Lord told us men to circumcise our men boys, our men child. Now, you done came in this captivity, right? You done came to this captivity. Speaking of the Greek captivity, speaking about what we're talking about. Now you ain't even circumcising your own son's penis, like the Bible tells you to do. Knowing that's a holy covenant toward with us in Israel, with us with the Lord. You just ain't gonna do that no more. You just gonna forsake that. Just like you forsake the holy covenant, the whole part of the holy covenants that he gave to us. You just gonna forsake them. Let me read that part again. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. So you just ain't gonna follow no law, statutes, commandments that the Lord gave us. You just gonna do mischief. You just gonna do folly. You just gonna sin. All for the hell of it. Because you want to do what this devil telling you to do. Right? See, I always say this because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to know that the Lord woke you up where he led you to the right men of the Lord. He woke you up and led you to the right men. And we speaking of the apostles of Great Millstone and all the elders, the big brothers, the brothers that not in particularly with the camp, but we follow the same tune. And Charlotte, hold on a second. And Shalom to all the brothers out there that chime in and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to all the brothers though, but chime in and give me personally that proper encouragement to continue to strive as well. That build me up, because that's what it's all about, brotherly love. Shalom to you brothers that stay on my comment board and watch me and help me build up myself and everything like that, to be a better individual to who I need to be out here and teach and edify to when I'm out and about. I appreciate that, man. Shalom, man, on that right there. The water. But anyway, leading you right to the right men of the Lord, to have you understand these scriptures, read these scriptures daily. Okay, you got to read the Bible daily. Okay, I got a cousin out there. I even got a brother out there to be talking about they all in the truth and everything like that. Yeah, I'm exposed. It is what it is. It is what it is. Because see, I told you I'm not playing with y'all, because see, I don't like casting my swine. I don't like casting these pearls to no swine. Okay, you can sit up here and do all of this right here, but then you telling me you don't even read the Bible. Come on, man, get off. I don't want to talk no more again, man. Let's just get off the phone. Let's just get off. You know what I'm saying? While we on good terms, and just y'all just go do what y'all want to do. Because see, we're not playing them games. That's part of compromising too. You think you gonna watch videos? You a grown man and you speaking the same tune, but you don't want to read the Bible. You think you gonna watch videos all day and get this knowledge and everything like that, right? And you thinking that the Lord is giving you some type of pass to get in the chariots and survive Jacob's trouble just because you watching videos and you a man and you talk this stuff, and then you out there trying to teach people. But every time if somebody come and tell you, well, what scripture that is, you can't come up with the scripture. You can't come with scripture because you don't read, and y'all admit that. Go ahead on, man. Told y'all, man, this thing real. See, I'm on the wax right now, and I'm exposed to my own family. It is what it is. Nobody got time for that shit, man. Nobody got time for that. Either you gonna be in this truth 100% or fall back, man. Fall back. Stop going out there trying to teach people, and you can't even pull up no scriptures. You can't back nothing up you say. And it's all because you don't want to read. You want to jump the rap. You want to jump the gun. You got to read. Blessed is the man who readeth. Study to show yourself approved. That's why the Lord has me the way I am. I don't got time for that folly, man. I don't got time for that stupid shit, man. I'm in this thing 100%, man. We in this thing 100%. And we ain't about to play with y'all out there that's trying us and playing with us. And you already know, if you're going to play with the Lord, you already know that's a wrap. Okay? Read this one more time. Whereupon they built a place and exercised at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Niggas goddamn want to do folly. You want to follow this devil, all his customs, all his traditions. Ask somebody else this, you know what I'm saying, in conversation. They brought it up to me. I'm not just gonna open up no conversation like this, you know what I'm saying? Unless the Spirit had me do that. So I ask you why you do that. Your answer gonna come. Your answer gonna be in return because it's tradition. Yeah, I know it, but you're supposed to be a man of the Lord. Let's get another verse. Let's get another Let's go to James. Matter of fact, let's go to James. Let's go to the book of James. Okay, and let's go to chapter 4. Let's read verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. You hear that right there? If you are a friend of this world, you are an enemy to the Most High. It's plain and simple. What's being a friend of the world? Doing what the world do. You got to be at every club. You got to be at every show. You got to be in these Christian churches that don't teach the word of the Lord properly. You want to follow after the traditional holidays. Okay? What else? What else? You want to chase money. You're never satisfied. You can't be content with the money that you got and try to make what you got better. You got to keep chasing money. People can say what they want to say, but when you chase money, you love money. Because you're dependent on the love of money. You're dependent on that. You see, having money is not the root of evil. It's the love of money. And when you love money, you chase money. You're not happy. You can't get enough. And we're speaking about pulpits, Christian churches. We talking about niggas on the streets. Okay? We talk about Israelite camps making money off this truth. See? In a mischief way. Okay? Friends of the world, we talking about regular cats that decide that they want to work 2-3 jobs. Why? Well, you got to work I'm gonna be real, you got to work 2-3 jobs because you put yourself in that predicament. How you put yourself in that predicament? You want to live up to the Joneses. You want to you say it's cost of living. Well, if I don't live right here, I live in the hood, I'll be like, boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, whatever's clever. However you feel. You'll be content wherever the Lord put you at if you're a man of the Lord. Wherever you live at, I stay in the hood. How about that? And I stay in one of the worst hoods in America. Mind your goddamn business and stay in your lane. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Pay your rent. If you're a man of the Lord, you the hope for the land. You know what I'm saying? We got that faith that shield on us. That when them niggas start be shooting, which they gonna shoot in our hood at least 2-3 times a week. And it usually be niggas coming in. Because it's a close-knit community. We had the faith that none of them bullets gonna hit us. Same way the missiles, we believe the missiles not gonna hit us. Well, in order for us to know that the missiles not gonna hit us, for us to hope that we gonna get in them chariots, we gotta survive the bullets first. We gotta survive Jacob's trouble first. We gotta survive the mark of the beast first. That's the faith we got. So you say when people say these things, live out the hood, but don't go to the hood and whatever. Yahushua teached in the hood. No. When I say teaching in the hood, no. I'm speaking of where in a place where it's a concourse place. Where whatever strip you on, it's gonna not just be that same shalom. It's not just gonna be Jake the whole time, and the same niggas coming through. It ain't gonna change with shit. Still speaking about it in a concourse place amongst everybody. Cause when I hold camp and in my hood, y'all you see from the distance where who walks up and who's in that vicinity. You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make is you make people make excuses about why they should chase money. That's living that's the love of money. And that's following and being a friend of the world. What you gonna do when the dollars get cut out? Oh, you'll cross that bridge when it comes? I got you. Let me read that again. I got you. Let's read this again. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So if you're an enemy to the Most High, how you gonna make it? So you're gonna be a friend of the world, and the Lord telling you, okay, if you're gonna be a friend of the world, but that means you're an enemy to me. So if you're an enemy to the Most High, right? Where that places you with Him when all hell break loose, and it's time for them chariots to come. Where you fit in at? Let's get another chapter. Let's get another verse. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 2. And let's start at verse 3. 3 and 4. 2 Timothy 3 and 4. Okay? Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please with who have chosen him to be a soldier. You see that? Read verse 3 again. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Endure hardness. Endure what you've been, okay, He's giving you something, right? He's giving you something special from the beginning. And we're only speaking to the hopeful elect right now. We ain't speaking to you 2/3. He's giving you something, right? And that thing that He's giving you, this is what you're going to need, right? When all this shit break loose for real. We needing it right now. We got it on us right now. And we are maintaining and enduring right now. But the ultimate part of this is when all hell break loose. You see? And that's when we're going to need it more. So He said endure with hardness. And when that hardness of all this tribulation come, we're going to know who to call on, how to keep calling on the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and mean it. He's going to know we mean it because we've already been handpicked from the beginning. So when all this shit start happening, we already going to be embedded in grip where we already foresaw it before it happened. And that's where the spiritual power going to come in. The Lord's going to go give us a more a spiritual power that we already have, things that we see right now. He going to times that by 10 to 100. We going to see when them boys marching down the street with 10 miles away from us. That's going to prepare us to go ahead and get away, to do whatever we need to do. And the angel of the Lord is going to carry whosoever, wherever we need to go. I'm telling you this. I know this. So what He's giving you as a soldier, you're going to have to endure this. And when they do bring us in, those that can't escape, that's going to bring us into FEMA camps, listen, that's when we're going to need it even more too. And they're going to see who are the real men of the Lord. See? Like we always say, when that time period comes, and when it's time to eat, like it was with Daniel, we're not going to eat that shit they give us that's not properly right. We're going to depend on the food of the Lord. You understand? Endure hardness as a being a soldier. Let's go back. Let's go back. Verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. Verse 4. No man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Okay? We at spiritual warfare. We at war now. So if we at war right now, how can we entangle ourselves with the cares of the world? If we're at war and we are the soldiers of Yahushua HaMashiach, how is it possible? How is it possible that we're going to love what the world do? That we're going to agree with the world do? That we're going to compromise to be part of the world? To continue to do what the world do? If we're at war already in the spirit form, and our leader, our main general, our 5-star general is Yahushua. And Yahushua and the Father has already said that if you're friends with the world that they're against, then what side are you on? How can we be part of this system if the Lord didn't make us part of this system from the beginning? How can they be mad at us when we speak the way we speak? Although we know that it's Yahushua speaking through us. How can they be mad? How can they be upset? Because we don't want to compromise what you got going on. Because we don't want that shit in us. And it's not only just because it's unhealthy. It's because the Lord say not to put it in you. So how you mad at us? How you mad at us because we out here telling our people the truth about your shit? But of course you got an agenda to do. And we got an agenda to do it too as well. You understand? We're not going to compromise this truth. Because we're going to be a soldier like Yahushua made us from the beginning. You see? Read it one more time. Read it one more time. 2 Timothy chapter 2, start at verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. He specifically said he has chosen you. He has chosen you. He didn't put called on that. I called you. He said that many are called but few chosen. He said he has chosen you to be a soldier. We have to do the things to please the Lord. Not please the world. Not please your own fleshly desires. You know? We have to do the things that's going to please the Lord, who's going to come back and save us from out of all this wicked shit. And we're going to have to endure with the hardness of the spirit that he placed upon us. That's for the hope for the elect. You 2/3, man, I feel sorry. I don't really feel sorry for you. I just know that shit gonna hurt. If you could just imagine how you just gonna get burned up while your soul's still in you and you feeling everything. How these devils gonna come down hard on y'all? Yeah, we gonna be enticed. I mean, in part of that thing too, though. But see, again, with that spiritual power and that thing, even if we do get put on the chopping block, before that guillotine hit our neck, the Lord don't remove our spirit out of us, we're not gonna feel nothing. That's just our body getting killed. Why fear someone or something that can only kill a body but can't kill a soul? Rather fear, I'm paraphrasing it, rather fear who can kill the body and the soul. If you're gonna be a soldier all the way. You can't 99% of the truth, 99% is not 100% truth. Okay? You can't do this and not be doing this. You can't be doing this and not be doing that. You can't compromise this truth. Okay? And brothers and sisters out there, start reading, man. Start reading more. You gotta read these things. And do you know part of reading is part of this where the spiritual growth and the power comes in? Because the words start to become a living form. See, this truth is levels. This ministry right here, the truth of this Bible, is levels. You can't just be Bam and Esau. Okay? You can't just be going off on your family or these wicked niggas. You can do it if you want to, but you can't just be going off on it. What else is that's all you want to do? That's all you want to do? And we're not speaking of those that do that as part of this 100% truth. We're speaking of those that are new, that want to come along. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fairly new when it comes to the video standpoint, but not with the actual teaching and the studying and the knowledge that the Lord gave me through the Spirit of Yahushua and sitting up watching these videos and doing my notes and putting everything together. I had to, before I even came into the truth with the apostles of Great Millstone and the elders and the brothers, I had to throw all that shit away that I was being, listen, no. You didn't teach me, they didn't never teach me shit. I would listen, but I knew something was never right. Listen to some of these other camps, and this started from 2012. And listen to these other camps, because I stayed, once I knew I was an Israelite, you know, I stopped with the surface stuff. And you know what I'm saying? You know? No more eating that shit. No, you know, all the surface laws. You know, I immediately cut those things out. You know, you know what I'm saying? But listen to them other camps, they didn't have the right doctrine, and my spirit never really agreed with them. And it kept yearning me like, Lord, my wife would tell you, would be like, I kept saying, baby, we not joining no damn camp. And like I always told my nephew before, don't join no camp yet. Don't join no camp yet, because I see flaws in every last one of them. But watch this. The Lord didn't even have me come across Great Millstone yet. The videos. I don't know why I never plugged in to my YouTube, to the YouTube that I was watching and everything. I don't know why I never came through, but that's the spirit of Yahushua. So I had to go through all these camps just listening. But of course I study on my own. Before I even knew I was an Israelite, we was already in the Bible. I already told you my old boy was a pastor. So I stayed in the scriptures and I always knew something wasn't right. I been stopped going to the Christian church. You see? But when it was time for Great Millstone to come along, when the Lord was telling me, okay, now you showed yourself approved. You yearning for me. I'm yelling, Lord, something ain't right. They're not answering my questions. I got the whole piece of the puzzle sitting right here. You know I'm gonna pick up on it. Just give it to me. I'm ready. And what happened in 2017? I came across the apostles, and I came across Elder Montaza talk of South Carolina, and I came across all the brothers of Dallas. I came across it flooded my YouTube. That's what the Lord did. And when I first heard it, immediately, I got on my knees. And when I heard the real names of the Lord and how they broke it down to me the proper way, and this is the truth, man. My spirit just came. It was at a relaxed state. And it sunk right in. And I knew from that day right then, throw all that shit away that you've been writing down. Listen to these other demonic camps. And I threw it all away. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. I threw it all away and started over. And I waited till he told me. Now, once I started, I say within a good 6 months, I'm able to. Now, when I go out, you know what I'm saying? I drove for Uber, all that type of stuff. So when I'm out and about, when I go to gas station, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? The conversation spark up. I go and do what I'm supposed to say. We the real Jews, we the real, it's like boom, boom. But now it felt so more comfortable with it, knowing that what I'm telling is the truth. And I can prove it through the scriptures. Just like when IUIC will come up and boom, boom, not knowing, because we don't wear no t-shirt fringes. They don't even know we in the truth. I'm in the truth, none of that. I bust their asses down. Same way it was WFI did the same thing. Bust their. Sometimes I be wishing all this shit was on camera. Because when you come to the 100% truth, when you read to show yourself approved, the Lord gonna reveal who the real men are, and He's gonna bring it to you if you part of the hope for the elect. Now I'm praying I'm hope for the elect. Just because He leads you to Great Millstone don't mean you part of that. But God damn it, let me tell you something, man. It's growth. It's growth. It's growth. Let's get one more scripture real quick before we close out. Let's go to Matthew. And let's go to chapter 7. And let's start at verse 21. Not everyone that hath said unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquities. You see that? So just because you know the name of the Lord, don't mean you part of the hope for the elect. Just because you call on the name of the Lord doesn't mean you part of the hope for the elect. Because every last wicked nigga that was back in the Greek captivity that compromised with this devil, right? That's compromising right now with him. They know the name of the Lord. And because we on YouTube right now, and we've been on YouTube for a very long time, they know the name of the Lord too. You understand? Now, they can act like it's Yahshua, G, all the kind of names they want to say. But I guarantee, because the Lord said they're going to know, everybody going to know everything. Everything before he come back, because there ain't going to be no excuse for nobody. You see that? You know the name of the Lord. And all of those, and it goes even deeper. You calling on the name of the Lord, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Get the hell away from me, man. Get behind me, Satan. I don't hear you. I don't know you. Yahushua's not dealing with no with niggas who compromise. What he has given sound doctrine from day one. Why day one? Because once he brought the Hebrew Israelites so seen back in Genesis, it started from there. Once the prophets came on the scene, it started from there. It even came even more when Yahushua came on the scene as Yahushua. Nobody got no excuse. No nigga out here supposed to be compromising with this devil unless you're a 2/3. You understand? But I will tell you this. Those brothers that's part of this house for the elect, that's part of this 100% truth, those sisters out there that's part of this, we not going to compromise. And how we know we not going to compromise? Because we was already handpicked from the beginning not to compromise. And we could see fake fall away. You understand? You can't come talk that gibberish to us. You can't come do all this shouting, you know name, you know Jesus, you know that. You can't do none of that. You can't come to us and know you got all this knowledge and truth, and you not doing nothing about it. We know fake and we know flaw. We know weak niggas too. You see? Now, it's my time, and I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. This is Emmanuel. Until next time, may the Lord continue to add peace upon you. Shalom.